So here's Son from Magic Mayhem, and he's brought his Dark Angel kill team. Lots of nastiness. Si, do you want to run through what you've brought today?
Yeah, I've got 5 Space Marines.
Yep.
With Sergeant and Plasma Pistol.
Yep.
And 8 Scouts, Missile Launcher and all Sniper Rifles.
Yep.
The leader has Preferred Enemy.
Okay.
Which he rolled up on his leadership skills, so I think it's been there, done that, or something like that.
Yeah, so it's pretty handy with Plasma Pistol to have a Preferred Enemy.
My Heavy's got Preferred Enemy, which is from the actual skills.
Okay, so the missile guy.
Yeah, I always roll 1s, so Preferred Enemy is just fantastic.
Yep.
My Scout leader, this bloke here.
Yep.
He's got Ignores Cover.
Very nice.
And one of these Marines, let's say him, he's going to Feel No Pain.
Very nice.
So I'll stick him at the front and he can take some shots.
So a nice mix here between your 3-up saves and solid Marines, and you're more stealthy with snipers here. So very nice. So let's see how you do in your game. So here's my kill team for today's game. So I've brought myself a squad of veterans here, armed with a sniper rifle. The sergeant's got a plasma pistol. I've got 2 melter guns. And behind I've got a squadron of 2 scout sentinels with autocannons and hunter killer missiles. Okay, so my specialists, my leader has got chasing promotion, which if I challenge and defeat an enemy commander, I get an extra victory point, which is handy. Also, he's got Feel No Pain, so if that will help a little bit. Probably not. And the sniper rifle over here, he has stealth. And finally, the sentinel with the rubble on the base, he has got Ignore Cover, so that should be quite handy to take some of these cretins out. And that is my kill team. Let's see how I do. So this is our deployment, and our mission today for our kill team is infiltrate the camp. So in this mission, the Dark Angel forces over here are defending. So Simon's kind of deployed his men over here. So have you got any kind of reason why you've deployed how you have, or?
Well, I've got 3 snipers and the Feel No Pain Marine in here.
Yep.
Just to face off against these guys.
Right, okay.
And my sergeant's under there with his plasma pistol.
Okay.
And then I've got all my snipers, including the missile launcher up here.
Yep.
Nice clear view down on these guys, missile launcher clear view down on these sentinels.
Yep.
And then I've got a little group of 3 Marines here, just ready to head off these guys or move in this way if they need to.
Right, okay, so in this mission, my force over there has to get to the board edge. For every model I get to the board edge, I get a victory point. Sai has to prevent the Imperial Guard forces leaving the battlefield, and for every 3 models that he destroys, he gets a victory point. So let's move over to my deployment over here. Right, so basically I've put a few guys here behind the sentinel trying to get a bit of cover. Same over here as well. And finally I've got a small squad with my my leader over right on the edge there. So we're going to try and shoot up the battlefield and hopefully not take too many casualties. I'll be going first unless you seize. Do you want to roll?
Sure.
And see if you can seize the initiative?
Nope.
That is no. So right, on to Imperial Guard, turn 1. Guard, turn 1 movement. Over here, these guys have pushed forward. The sniper's kind of getting himself into a half-decent position. Hopefully, he's going to have a snipe off against the ridiculous amount of scout snipers over there.
If the sniper takes out my sniper, I won't be impressed.
Yeah, it'll be all like enemy at the gate with Zilly sights there. These guys are pushed up as well. The las guns are trying to get into some sort of position to give a bit of fire and aid the sentinels. So I just summoned that building there. And these guys moved and have done a cheeky little run move as well into cover here. So we're kind of you can draw a bit of fire from the snipers up there, but generally they're pretty safe at the moment. So moving on to Imperial Guard turn 1 shooting. So see if we can bring a bit of pain. One for the Imperial Guard shooting. So we basically just open fired. The autocannon here fired through. The autocannon hit, wounded, failed his arm save, but the feel no pain, he passed that. Hunter killer missile hit, but didn't wound. And but this lasgun guy fired through and knocked out a scout here. So that's something.
Headshot.
Yeah, and this guy, ignoring cover, fired up to try and take out the main threat, which is the missile launcher here. Unfortunately, we hit but didn't wound on pretty much all the shots there, so not good. And actually, got one shot.
Oh, sniper.
Yeah, snap shooting as he moved.
Yep.
We're going to try and take out your missile guy. We missed. Never mind. So over to Dark Angels, turn 1. So Dark Angel turn 1 movement. Side, you want to go through what your Dark Angels have been up to in your movement phase?
Yep. We've got this guy, the guy with Feel No Pain.
Yeah, shuffled.
He's gone down here and across here.
Yeah, try and get a better shooting position onto the Imperial Guard over there.
And all these guys have moved over this way. Set up a little shooting line to shoot through there at the guardsman.
Yeah, so
try and take out some of those cheeky
see if
chaps.
you're a little guardsman lurking there. Okay, so that's your movement phase. Let's see what the Dark Angel forces can do on their shooting. Dark Angel turn 1 shooting. So, what happened?
It wasn't good.
So what fired at what?
Up here, missile launcher.
Yep.
Glancing hit against the sentinel.
Yep, fired down. Only got a glancing, but taking a whole point off.
Yep. Everything else failed to either hit or wound anything.
Yeah, right. So quite a few of your snipers here also fired down at to my guy with a sniper rifle all the way.
Unfortunately, with his cover save of 3+, not much was going on.
No.
No. Tried to shoot the melter guys with a couple more snipers. Again, cover save, which is too good. 3+ save.
Yeah.
So yeah. Trying to take out the guy with the plasma pistol behind here with these guys.
Yeah, so the bolt is all fired over towards my sergeant over there with a plasma pistol.
And once again, absolutely nothing.
No, right. So not the best turn, but let's see what guard can bring in Imperial Guard turn 2. Guard turn 2 movement. Right, so the sniper stayed where he was. He's probably going to try and snipe off a couple of the Marine scouts and show them what the guard can really do. These guys are pushed up towards that Marine. These guys are pushed up as well. Lasguns are kind of taking a flank here. Probably going to try and shoot a couple of these guys off the building. Over here, Sergeant is blowing the whistle. And they're charging through the ruin towards the rapid firing bolt guns. I think the Emperor protects, and the Sons of Caliban may be in trouble. So, moving on to guard shooting. Let's see if we can cause a bit of damage. Imperial Guard turn 2 shooting. These guys fired over to the Marine. Didn't do anything really. The sniper fired up into the building over here and hit the sergeant of the scout squad, but didn't wound him. So a bit more of a warning shot. This sentinel returned fired up into the building and completely blew apart the missile launcher up here. So that's one less thing to worry about. These guys as well fired over towards the Marine in cover. And as you can see, didn't do anything. Elsewhere, over here, the sergeant, the veteran squad's still charging forwards. The 3 guys behind, giving him a bit of cover, and we took out the centre Marine. So hopefully the odds kind of evened a little bit, but we will see in Dark Angel turn 2. For the Dark Angels movement. Side, you want to go through what you've been up to in your movement phase?
Yeah. These two guys
Yep.
are moving towards the traitor guard.
Traitor guard. What?
Yeah, I said it. We're going to shoot, maybe assault the sergeant, try and take that plasma pistol out.
Right, okay. It's a big threat at the moment.
These guys will stay where they are.
Yep.
These two guys are still up here.
Mm-hmm.
This Marine has thrown himself forward.
Yep.
Got to try and decide whether I try to take the Sentinel out or take the Melter out.
Yeah.
So
right, okay.
And Sergeant crashed through the building.
Yep.
And again, do I take the Melter guy out or do I take the Sentinel out? We'll see in a sec.
Yeah, right, okay. So moving on to turn 2, Dark Angel shooting. Turn 2 for the Dark Angels shooting. Si, do you want to run through what you've done this turn?
Yeah. This guy
Yep.
has fired at the Sentinel
Yep.
with his bulk pistol.
Okay.
Well, I've literally just realised I could use a crack grenade.
Oh well.
But never mind.
Sure, you can use that in combat.
I'll get him in combat. Sergeant over here, plasma pistol, taking out the Sentinel.
Yep, so took out the Sentinel, it's wrecked. Could have been worse, could have been blown up and
That's what I was hoping.
shrapnel wounds to everyone around him.
And over here, right, loads of snipers.
Yep.
Firing at the Melters, firing at the Sergeant that was over here. Absolutely nothing.
No, I think possibly your scopes are on back to front because that was the worst shooting I've probably ever seen snipers do.
After this battle, they will all be rounded up and probably shot in the head.
Because you are actually Chaos, so that's probably what's going to happen.
Don't start the Dark Angel debate.
Right, okay, and over here.
Over here, this guy pulled his bulk pistol out.
Yep.
And shot the Sergeant.
Yep. So the Sergeant's gone.
This guy rapid fired one of the guys, he's gone.
Yeah, so 2 down over here and the Sentinel. So it wasn't too bad. The Marines kind of made a bit of a comeback for the failings of the Scouts.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Have you got any assaults? Yes, you have.
Yep.
Right, so over to Dark Angel turn 2 assault. Turn 2 assault for Dark Angels. The Marine charged in, tried to attach a crack grenade, attached it, but unfortunately the armour held out. And in the fight back, the Sentinel hit, wounded, but the power armour protected the Marine from being killed, so he's tied up for a turn.
The Emperor protects.
Yeah, so my guy should be okay, and this Dark Angel traitor should probably die. Okay, so moving on to turn 3, Imperial Guard. Turn 3 for the Imperial Guard. These two have pushed up over here. This guy's kind of moved it up with his melter gun. Probably going to take a pop at him. These two have pushed up the centre. Right, so over on the flank, the remaining guardsmen have kind of pushed up still, hugging the terrain here to avoid any more sniper fire coming in. Although, if anything, last turn there's anything to go by, I haven't got anything to worry here.
You ain't got anything to worry about.
No, so, right, moving on to turn 3 for the Imperial Guard shooting, and let's bring the pain. Free shooting for the Imperial Guard. Right, so these guys, Melter here, and these two fired onto the Sergeant. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do any damage to him, or he passed his saves. But the highlight over here was the Veteran Guard sniper fired, shot up here, and took out the Scout Sergeant. So proving that Imperial Guard snipers aren't too bad at the end of the day.
Can we hire him to train our scouts?
Possibly, maybe a good idea. Alright, and over here, these guys fired a crack grenade and rapid fired, and we didn't do anything there. So at the end of my shooting phase, I took one guy out, which is a bit of a pain.
It was a good one though.
Yeah, it was a great guy. I'm glad we took him out. Right, so moving on to assault and see if my Sentinel can bash that Marine into some Marines. So Imperial Guard assault, and unfortunately nothing happened. The crack grenade hit but didn't penetrate, and the Sentinel wasn't fast enough and didn't hit the Marine. So moving on to Dark Angels, turn 3. Turn 3 movement for the Dark Angels. Si, do you want to go through your plan here, what you've got in mind?
Yep. Sergeant,
yep.
forward, and he's going to multi-assault both of those guys.
Right, okay.
And hope he doesn't die to Overwatch.
Let's hope he doesn't.
And over here,
yep.
These Marines have moved right up to the faces of those guardsmen.
Right, yeah, so they're probably execution style bolt pistols, or you're going to rapid fire them to red pusty kind of messes.
It's going to be messy either way.
Yeah, right, okay, so moving on to shooting phase, let's see what the Dark Angels can do to the Lord Imperial Guard. Free shooting for the Dark Angels. Si, do you want to go through what you've done this turn?
Yep. First thing, I've borrowed some dice off Tom.
Yep.
And they were much better. You'll find out why. Right. Sergeant's just blown the head off one of these guys.
Yep.
I'm standing in front of him. One of the snipers took out the metal gun guy that was over here.
Yep, the one that was down there.
And one of the other snipers took out the other guy that was down there.
Yep.
And over here, both these Marines fired bolt pistols.
Yep.
One failed to do anything, the other one, I think you passed your save?
Yeah, I went to ground and I passed her.
Yeah.
Past her.
So we're going to assault them now.
Right, okay, so moving on to Dark Angels Assault. Let's see what they can do. So turn 3 assault for the Dark Angels. Over here, the struggle continues between Sentinel and Marine, both failing to do any damage to one another. But over here, the Marines charged in, didn't they, Si?
Yep. Rapid fire didn't do much. This guy, fist to the face of this guy.
Yeah.
He's jumped over the barricade to go and help out on the other side.
Right.
And this guy, well, he just didn't do too good.
So they're still locked in combat there.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so moving on to Imperial Guard turn 4. I've got some leaderships to make now, I've lost over 50%. And hopefully the Guard will hold together and we can strike back. So Imperial Guard turn 4 movement. As I lost 50% of my kill team now, I've had to take leaderships for individual members. One of our guys did run off, the melter gun. Naturally, he'd be the one to run off. But everyone else was fine. This guy's kind of run up and he's done a run move as well, so he's just trying to get to the board edge there to help us score at least one victory point here. Everyone else is pretty much either locked in combat or we're going to be taking out a sergeant. So, right, moving on to shooting. Turn 4 shooting for the Imperial Guard. My only shooting really this turn, as I ran the other guy, was this sniper. Fired over towards the sergeant there. So hit, wounded. Unfortunately, he passed his save. So the sergeant is probably going to be after a bit of vengeance here, charging after my sniper. So that's it for shooting. Let's see if the Guard can do anything to the Sons of Caliban in combat. For assault for the Imperial Guard. The Sentinel and the Marine keep battling. Unfortunately though, for the Sentinel, the Marine did get a crack grenade through and has taken one whole point off of the Sentinel. Over here, however, the fight continues indefinitely, probably, until the Marine just crushes the Guardsman's head like a melon. Right, so moving on to Dark Angels, and let's see if they can do some more damage to the Imperial Guard. Turn 4 movement for the Dark Angels. Si, what have your Dark Angels been up to in the movement phase?
They're going to end this.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Sergeant's moves over.
Yep.
He's going to try and help this guy out with the Sentinel.
Right, okay.
Because we've had enough of it. These two guys have moved down.
Yep.
They're going to take this guy out. Bolt pistol to the leg and then they'll bag him up, take him back, interrogate him.
In case he is one of the fallen disguised as guardsmen.
You might have information, you never know.
Yep.
These 4 snipers, who have been incredibly useful, are going to take out the sniper at the back there.
Right, okay. Going to take out the ace sniper, Vasily Zaitsev of the Imperial Guard.
Yeah, guaranteed. This Marine over here,
Yep.
realising that his mate wasn't up to the killing this guardsman, he's jumped back over the wall and he's going to help put a fish through his face.
Oh, how delightful. Right, okay, so moving on to turn 4 shooting for the Dark Angels. Let's see if any of Simon's plans come to fruition. Turn 4 shooting for the Dark Angels. Simon, do you want to run through what your Dark Angels have done?
Sure. These two guys.
Yep.
Shot at the guy that was making a break for it.
Yep.
Got him in the leg. We're going to go pick him up in a minute. His body's like crawling along here.
Yeah, he's in pain.
Yeah. And these 4 snipers.
Yep.
Shot at the sniper over there.
Yep. One got through, rendered him.
And it was an end to the heretic.
Yeah, so the loyal guardsman here, his head exploded.
The traitor finally got his end.
Yeah, he's gone. So, it's looking really grim now for the Imperial Guard. Let's see what Dark Angels can do to the poor guardsman in turn 4 assault. For assault for the Dark Angels. So over here, they crack grenaded the sentinel, blew his legs out, and then executed the pilot, unfortunately. Over there, the Marine brothers worked in tandem and just decimated the poor guardsman. Mutilated his body. There's nothing left. It's disgusting. The arm is smeared in blood. So obviously it's a Dark Angel victory. The score is 7-3 to the Dark Angels, and then they've been able to hold off the Imperial Guard advance. So, have you got a man of the match in that game?
I would say probably my sergeant.
Your sergeant?
Because he grenaded that sentinel and plasma pistol that sentinel.
Yeah.
And he took out one of the guardsmen in the middle.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So yeah, he did good.
For me, it should really be the sniper at the back here. I've always personally kind of hated Imperial Guard snipers, and for him to take out another sniper, it was quite cool. Unfortunately though, he did get his comeuppance when the whole group of snipers shot at him and blew his face off. So yeah, really fun game. Thank you very much, Simon.
Very good.
And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye.